Vickers here from Skeleton Golf. Today I want to talk about mobility at the right shoulder, or the trail shoulder. Mobility at the trail shoulder is produced by the muscles that move your shoulder blade and the muscles that move your arm. They have to work in coordination with each other. And in doing that, that means that your arm can either move up, it can move down and back behind you, it can move out to the side, it can move across you this way, it can move back into this position. But that comes primarily because of this shoulder blade moving properly and allowing your arm to get into those positions. So mobility of your shoulder blade is critical. Limited mobility in your shoulder motion will create a chain effect, because limited mobility in your shoulder motion, and specifically being your shoulder blade, will affect your cervical, or how your head rotates. It will affect how your arm rotates. It will affect how your torso rotates, and will also affect how your femurs rotate in your hip socket. So shoulder blade limitations affect the whole body, and they create a huge impact on how well you're going to actually be able to strike them. Specifically for shoulder blade motion, there are 4 directions your shoulder blade needs to be able to move. And that's in, so it moves closer to your spine, then it moves around your rib cage, and it moves away from your spine. Then it needs to be able to move up towards the ceiling, or towards your head actually. And then the last one, it needs to be able to move down towards your hip. Those 4 motions are critical for proper arm motion. And a limitation in any of those motions is going to affect how you get to the top of your backswing on this side. When I go back to the top of my backswing and this shoulder blade can't move in, what will happen is my elbow will tend to fly up. And if you can see, if I'm holding the club, well, I just put my club in this position rather than back in this position where I would like to have it. And the more I try and compensate to get it into this position, then the more I'm likely to affect my overall balance, because I'm going to need to rotate harder, because I said that shoulder blade motion also affects torso motion. And so my shoulder blade sliding in helps my torso rotate to this same side. And again, if I can't get that shoulder blade toward my spine, then I'm going to have to rotate harder through my torso, which is going to affect both my hip, my torso and low back, and my shoulder and my